Hi, my name is Mason Champion, and today I'm going to be covering motivation, how to effectively block out distractions, and things that cover that, what distractions to look out for, and what distractions we go through every day. Some key components are going to be staying on task, online distractions, in-person distractions, prioritizing distractions properly, as well as distractions while driving. You'll see that most of the distractions come from the nifty little device that everyone has, being their cell phone. Comparisons for the regional, national, and global variations. The national and regional in terms of Texas versus the entirety of the U.S. in terms of distracted driving as well as workplace distractions are ultimately very closely the same. In terms of global, however, global distracted driving is on average lower than the US's, but overall workplace distractions is around about the same. On to the statistics. We have the workplace statistics, which is about 77 distractions per week, which equates to around about 31 distractions a minute due to a recent survey. And these distractions come from being interrupted by coworkers, needing to talk, going to meetings that ultimately are unproductive, responding to emails and text messages as well. Again, going back to distractions of the little computers in our pocket. And this has led to increased stress levels as well as decreases in productivity. You see people in an office environment who work on a salary. Well, it takes them longer to get their work done with all these distractions, being distracted every 31 minutes on average. So they're having to stay and work longer. Being on salary, you don't get paid overtime. And this distracted driving statistics in 2021 were around about 1 in 5 crashes were caused to distracted driving, being somebody, and most of these causes are from looking at something outside the vehicle, looking at your phone, adjusting your radio. Small inconveniences that just take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds, even if you're not texting. Even, let's say you don't have a mount in your car and you don't have GPS over your radio, so your radio's not turned up and you don't know where you're going, so you look down for a split second to look at your phone for directions, and you and if you're going like 55 miles an hour, that 2-3 seconds, that's enough distance to cover a football field. That's enough distance to hit somebody. That's enough distance to cause a wreck, to not see something swerve out of the road in time. Things of that nature. Ideas to fix these problems. You can advocate in the workplace for non-mandatory meetings, as most corporate workplaces have mandatory meetings or mandatory calls that everybody has to go into, though not everybody is addressed or required for them. This is a decrease in productivity, so you can go to your HR or even your managers and even your bosses and talk about the potential for non-mandatory meetings for lower level staff, or for emails to be sent out closer to closing day that are non-priority. So, for instance, if there's an email going out about a new workplace change going into effect in the coming weeks, maybe send that out towards the end of the day rather than send that out in the middle of the day, to where everybody is now being distracted by a notification. Another thing that you can do is you can volunteer for distracted driving programs, help out in your local community, make sure everybody knows, hey, it's a really big risk. You're taking a lot of risk looking at your phone while driving, or looking at anything other than the road and focusing on the task at hand. It goes back to that whole stay on task that's one of the key components that you have to do. You can set times for when you can check your emails and text messages, right? Be that at your lunch break, you're walking in between classes, you're going to the bathroom, rope it in with something that you don't need your hands for necessarily, or is something that doesn't require your full attention, such as work or studying. Because everyone has to take breaks, be it work or studying. You're going to have to take a break sometime, and that is the best time to respond to emails, text messages, things like that. And then the next one is at work or while studying, especially when we're in the modern age where everyone's working on your computer. Set your phones and computers to do not disturb. I know a lot of computers have notification pops up in the taskbar when emails and things like that go through, when all that is connected. But you also have the privacy settings to disable those notifications, and disabling those can really help, especially when you're not having 20 different things pop up like I know I do when I have my friends emailing or texting me through our messaging apps and things like that. The distractions are too much sometimes. So the best way is to set it on Do Not Disturb and completely close out of the program. And here on my Works Cited page, thank you for watching my presentation.